Low pay. That's causing an exodus of teachers in Florida. New data from the National Education Association shows Florida ranks at the dead bottom for average teacher salary for the second year in a row.
WEAR's Samantha Serban is there outside Bellevue Middle School on Mobile Highway. Samantha, Escambia County ranks pretty low when it comes to teacher pay.
Not a single county in Northwest Florida even ranks in the top 15 when you look at average teacher pay across the state of Florida. Now, one former Santa Rosa County teacher tells me she felt really guilty about leaving her students, but didn't feel like she had any other choice.
We don't do it for the money, but I mean, we still have to be able to live.
Katie Schreier taught English for a decade in Santa Rosa County. Making less than $50 grand, she made the difficult choice last spring that it would be her last.
Because I just couldn't afford to be a teacher anymore and to be able to provide for my kids.
She isn't the only one to feel that way.
I have 3 jobs, 3 incomes to make it here.
New data from the National Education Association shows Florida ranks rock bottom for teacher pay. The statewide average more than $5,000 below the living wage for one person and one kid.
So what you see for educators is a lot of our educators work second jobs, maybe even third jobs. They pick up some teachers even at school. They'll take tutoring jobs after school, or they may work after school programs at school to get extra money. Others work at your local grocery store or your local department store or whatever it may be to make ends meet.
Looking locally at Northwest Florida, Okaloosa and Walton counties come in above the state average of $55,000, while Escambia and Santa Rosa sit below the bar. Escambia Education Association President Darzell Warren says it's starting to impact more than just pockets.
What it really means for our students is we're losing a lot of our veteran teachers who are deciding either to move to those districts or out of state to get more funds, or they're just choosing to leave the profession.
Teachers commenting on our Facebook post Tuesday say they turned down jobs in Northwest Florida because of the pay, or left to work in Alabama or other states. One person said they have 2.5 decades of experience and still can't pay the bills.
How do you solve it? You solve it by investing in our schools. We've called on the legislature to increase funding by $1,000 per student for the next 7 years. If they do that, Florida will move from bottom in the basement in pay for teachers and staff to top 10 in the nation in teachers and staff.
Until then, more teachers will follow in Katie Schreier's footsteps.
I got out of it, and I still feel guilty sometimes about having left them, because you think about those kids every day. Ugh. It breaks my heart that I left. Really, I never, ever would have left if I could have gotten paid a decent amount. And I'm not asking for $100,000 a year, but I am asking for a raise that would at least match the cost of living.
If you want to hear more of what the Florida Educators Association president had to say, head on over to our website. We posted his whole interview online. Just click on this story. Live in Escambia County, Samantha Serban, WEAR News.